Hello everyone, and let's talk about Artificial Condition by Martha Wells. This was book number 2 in the Murderbot series, or the Murderbot Diaries series. This is an adult science fiction. It was published in 2018. So for this one it follows, you do need to read these books in order. These are not companion books by any means. This is a definite series. For this one we are following the events of the first day. So this one we're following the Murderbot as he strikes out on his own. He is trying to find out some information regarding his past and runs into some people, and he was basically trained to protect people, and so he does so, but also an advantage to him, thinking they will help. It will help him, protecting them will help him get where he needs to be able to get the information he wants to uncover regarding his past. That is the book, okay? This one, I will say with this series, this particular one was a novella. It was 157 pages for the edition that I read. Later on in the series, I believe it's starting up, I think it's book number 5, it starts being a full-length novel. So just something to be aware of. Not every book in this series is a novella. And some are shorter. There were some later on that are like 15 pages. So, but this one was 157. There was an audiobook available when I read this book. It is narrated by Kevin R. Free, and it was 3 hours and 21 minutes on standard one-time speed. This book is told in first person, so it is all told from the Murderbot himself, or themself, their self. It doesn't say anything about him being non-binary, but there is commentary on I don't really want to say on gender, but there is a little bit of commentary on stuff. It's just kind of touched on as far as, like, I believe it was in the first one about how Murderbot's like himself. There are some that are created to not have basically male or female characteristics or parts or anything like that. So, you know, but him, I think he is male in this. So, as far as a representation, this series is definitely diverse. You have LGBT rep. You have someone, they're not really prevalent in this particular book, but in the series, it does, I think it touched on it in the first one, but it definitely touches on it later in the series. I have read more since since reading this book. I have read further on in this series. But it does touch on someone being in a, I don't want to say polygamy, but it's one where it's like multiple partners. So it's like a woman and a couple of other women are all partners and stuff like that. So I can't remember the word that was used, but it's similar to that type of a situation. Definitely not a polygamy situation. There is also racial diversity as far as someone just mentioning dark skin, lighter skin, tan skin, something like that. It's not mentioned the exact race. This is set several years in the future. It is set in space. And it's just mentioned the color of their skin sometimes, and sometimes pale, and things like that. So that's really all I can say about this one. This Murderbot, it continues from the book number 1, and he is wanting to investigate things of his past to try to remember what exactly had happened. Is what he was told true, or is there things that are being omitted from him as far as being hidden or being lied to about? So that is the book. He's just trying to do some investigation. In case you are still on the fence, we do have the following words, in case there's one you want absolutely nothing to do with. We have the word hellish 1 time, hell 5, asshole 6, fuck 8, half-assed once, screwed once, shit 4, suicide or suicidal twice, as far as more along that this would be an act of, or this is a suicide act of your job, that type of a thing. Moving on, we have damn twice, damn it once, piss once, and fuckers once. And that is it. There's really not a lot to say by these. These, I will personally say this, in my opinion, I do think this series is, I'm enjoying it, okay? Some are getting, reading further on in the series, there has been one, I think, that's gotten a 4-star, the rest have gotten a 3. You know, I'm still having a good time with it, but it is what it is. Okay, so in case you're interested in the author bio, I just go off of either what is in the book or, in this case, what's on Goodreads, because I read this digitally, so on my ebook. It says, Martha Wells has been a SFF, so science fiction fantasy, writer since her first fantasy novel was published in 1993, and her work includes the books of the Roxura series, the Illyrian series, the Murderbot Diaries series, and other fantasy novels, most recently Witch King. She has also written media tie-in fiction for Star Wars, Stargate Atlantis, and Magic: The Gathering, as well as short fiction, YA novels, and nonfiction. She has won Nebula Awards, Hugo Awards, Locus Awards, and a Dragon Award. And her work has appeared on the Philip K. Dick Award ballot, the British Science Fiction Association Award ballot, the USA Today bestseller list, the Sunday Times bestseller list, and the New York Times bestseller list. She is a member of the Texas Literary Hall of Fame, and her books have been published in 25 languages. She is also a consulting producer on the Murderbot Diaries series for Apple TV+. I did hear that, and I am enjoying this series enough that I do want to watch this. I don't have a subscription to Apple+, but I am interested to see what happens with that. When is that? Let me look. I do have my computer pulled up here. I'm going to pull up, when is this supposed to be released? The Murderbot Diaries, Apple TV. Okay. Oh, it's scheduled to premiere this month. So I am filming this on May 1st. On my calendar, I'm expecting this video to go live on May 5th. And so it'll be the week after that. It says May 16th. So Friday, May 16th. It says the Apple TV Plus series Murderbot, based on Martha Wells' book, is scheduled to premiere on May 16th, 2025. It stars Alexander Skarsgård, I believe is how that's said, and follows a rogue security unit as it seeks meaning in a high-tech future. With my enjoyment of the book, I honestly wonder, and I'm pretty confident we'll see if I am able to watch this, get the subscription and watch this. I'm thinking I will enjoy the TV adaptation more than I like the book. But we'll see. But I do want to continue this. I am intrigued with what's going to happen overall, so it does have my interest in it. So, but overall, it is lukewarm, but it's just above lukewarm because I still want to know what's going to happen. So is this a series I'm going to revisit? More than likely not. If I am ever going to revisit, it's probably going to be either movie or TV type of a thing. So, or if someone wants to buddy read it, I wouldn't say no to a buddy read in the future if someone ever wanted to do that with this series, but to pick it up on my own, I'm kind of thinking probably not, more than likely not. So anyway, let me know. And I am definitely intrigued to pick up more of the author's work to see if I like the other stuff more or about the same. I don't know. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Have you read any of the Murderbot Diaries series by Martha Wells? Have you read any other books by this author? Definitely let me know. If you enjoy this series, are you excited or are you hesitant about the TV adaptation that will be coming out to Apple TV? Definitely let me know your thoughts. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.